So I'm standing here now with Janet Smith, who is the Arts and Style Editor of the Georgia Straight. And this week, Janet, the lead art story is on the Gateway Pacific Theater Festival. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Can you tell us about that, please?
It's a bit of a mouthful. Yes, it's the first phase in a very ambitious strategy at Gateway Theater in Richmond to try to bring in more Cantonese and Mandarin speaking audiences. So rather than just doing a one-off where they bring in a show here or a show there, they've got this long-term plan over the next 15 years. So it's really serious. So for the first year, they went to Asia and they went to Hong Kong and Taiwan and China and saw dozens of shows over there and talked to dozens of contemporary troupes. And this is the other key aspect of it, is that often we see traditional art forms here from China, etc. But these are really contemporary theater works, and some of them are funny and some of them are a bit risque. So it's going to be an awesome opportunity, not just for Cantonese and Mandarin speaking audiences, but for Canadian audiences as well. So for the first year, it just by coincidence, the three shows that could come here schedule-wise were from Hong Kong. So one of them, called The Detention, has been a fringe festival hit in Edinburgh, and it's completely wordless. It's physical theater, it's physical comedy. It actually takes place in a classroom where there's a detention going on, and some very naughty kids get up to no good. So it's a family show, and there doesn't need to be any subtitles or anything. Anybody of any language can understand it and will enjoy it. So that opens the festival. Then there's two other dramatic works. One's called The Isle. It's sort of a romantic piece. And the other one is called Fire of Desire. And it's this one that I said is a little more provocative, talking about love and sex. And it also is from Hong Kong. And so it's a really interesting sort of first year for the festival. But at the same time as they're doing shows, they're actually doing master classes as well. And what they want to do eventually is build enough skilled Cantonese and Mandarin speaking artists here that they can actually start producing shows here themselves. So the first phase is bringing in all these professional artists from Asia, having them share their skills and their performances with people here. And then eventually the festival might co-produce shows with troops from over there, or and eventually they'll build these shows here organically. So like I say, it's a really ambitious program. No surprise that it's in Richmond, where we've got a lot of people speaking Cantonese and Mandarin, and just a really, I think the most ambitious program to try and get these audiences into the theater, because stats are showing we're not getting them out to other theaters, so this is a way to really activate those audiences, but also show us Canadians what's going on in Asia.
How exciting. So when is the start date of this festival?
Well, it starts this week. It's on right now, and it runs through till next week. So it's just the shows run at separate times individually, not on alternating nights or anything. So, but it'll be a big deal out there in Richmond, and people should definitely check them out. Like I said, there are surtitles for the other two shows. So these are shows that you or I couldn't see unless we traveled over there normally.
Right,
That's the only way to see contemporary theater, is to go there. So it really is a rare chance to see these shows.
Wonderful. Well, to find out more about the Gateway Pacific Theater Festival, you can read the article in this week's edition of the Georgia Straight. You can also find it online at www.straight.com. Thank you for watching the Georgia Straight on WOW TV. See you next week.
感谢收看今天的大温故事，我们下期再见。